Greetings, Mr. Kalpin. My name is Ahmad Zaidan from class L4CC, and in this video, I'm going to present what I've learned in session 10 of Ethical Hacking and Penetration Testing course. So let's get straight into the materials. So the topic in this session is privilege escalation. Privilege escalation is a type of cyber attack where a malicious actor gains unauthorized access to higher level permissions or system privileges within a computer system, network, or application. It's a process of elevating one's access rights to a higher level than initially intended or authorized. This can allow attackers to perform actions they normally wouldn't be able to, like installing malware, stealing data, or causing system-wide disruption, or even creating backdoors so that other attackers can easily access the system. There are two types of privilege escalation. The first one is the vertical, which is gaining higher privileges, such as user to root, and this is where- what is being practiced for the funnel project. And there's also horizontal privilege escalation, which accessing resources of another user with similar privileges. Uh, there are the common privilege escalation vectors. There's local exploits, misconfigured home directories with exposed SSH keys, weak passwords, sniffing network traffic for credentials, and spoofing network packets. And we will learn more about spoofing here, specifically ARP spoofing. So for attacking passwords, passwords are a common authentication factor based on something you know, such as pins or password, something you have, security token, and something you are, for example, like biometrics. So types of password attacks, there are offline attack, which require access to stored password hashes, and online attacks performed remotely, typically via brute force or dictionary methods. And there are several tools for offline cracking, such as hash identifier, which identifies hash types. There's also Hashcat, high performance password cracker, Rainbow Crack, which uses rainbow tables for fast cracking, John the Ripper, which is a versatile password cracker, Opcrack, which cracks Windows passwords using rainbow tables, so similar to Rainbow Crack, and lastly Crunch, which is a custom word list generator. Here are the tools for online cracking. There's CWL, which generates custom word lists from web content. Hydra, a fast brute force login cracker for various protocols. And Medusa, which is a parallel login brute forcer supporting multiple services. Here are the tools for network spoofing. There's a DNS Chef, which is a DNS proxy for spoofing DNS replies. IRP spoof, which intercepts traffic via IRP spoofing. We'll cover this later. And Bettercap, a comprehensive suite for MITM attack. Now, what is ARP spoofing? ARP spoofing, also called ARP poisoning, is a type of cyber attack where an attacker sends false ARP, which or address resolution protocol messages over a local area network or LAN to associate their MAC address with the IP address of another host, usually a default gateway, router, or another target. So how it works? So there are two conditions. The first one is the normal condition. So when a device, for example, your PC, wants to send data to another device on the network in the same LAN network, for example, it uses ARP to resolve the recipient's IP address to MAC address. So, for example, it will broadcast who has the IP of 192.168.1.1, for example, and the router will respond with "I do. My MAC is," etc., etc. In spoof conditions, though, the attacker fakes an ARP reply saying 192, well, the IP is at attacker's MAC address. Now, your device sends all data intended for the router to the attacker instead. So what does this enable? This basically enables the man in the middle or MITM attacks, which basically means that an attacker intercepts and possibly alters traffic between devices. This also enables credential theft, such as passwords and sensitive data can be captured. Session hijacking, which attacker can impersonate a user by capturing session cookies, which for a simple explanation for session cookies is that when you access like a certain website, log in to a website, for example, and basically all your data are stored in the cookies, so that way the next time you access the website, you can just use it and go where you left off. But if the session cookies is known by is being hijacked, then they could access your session and possibly access your data in that website. And lastly, it also enables denial of service if attacker simply drops packets. So here are the tools for ARP spoofing. There are ARP spoof, and there's also Ethercap, Bettercap, and Canon Able on Windows. So that is it for today's session. Thank you, Mr. Calvin, for your attention, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.